Hello everyone, please take a good note of the title of this video. Did you see it? You laugh, you die. Well, anyway, it's April 8, 2026. I'm in France on the Ardèche River. Unfortunately, not just on vacation. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but I got pretty sick, and in the end the weather cleared up here in France, and I requested a week or so stay somewhere else than at home, because I don't live very badly, but I've been sick for a long time, and the walls were kind of attacking me. My work was okay with that. It doesn't matter if I'm sick at home or sick on a campsite in good weather. So that's what we did, and that's why I'm here. And that's almost all I want to tell about it, because it's not that funny, to be honest. My leg support left the chat. Let me fix that. Sort of better. It's actually my steering rack, but it's on the back and I forgot about it. And that's not so bad. Anyway, don't laugh. It's not very funny, but anyhow, season 2026 is opened. Luckily, I have good weather out here. Can relax a little in nature. It's quiet. And that's all that I needed. Anyway, it's early spring. The temperature today was about 25 C. That's I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. Please look it up if you need to. Well, I'll put it somewhere in the video. I'm on the river for the first time. I took my kayak because I decided to leave my kayak at the campsite all year long. That's okay with the owners. I talked to them about it, because I don't use the kayak at home. And I drag it to the campsite every year again, and it's just a burden, so it stays here. But since the kayak is here and the weather is good, and today I feel sort of okay, I had planned on going out for a bit. As you can maybe hear in the background, the frogs are already alive. I think it's a bit early. I mean, this is the first week with good weather. The water is about 10 C, 10 degrees Celsius, from what I've measured this week. That's not really warm. I think it's also too cold for the catfish, but I'm going out to look over them anyway, because I measured my temperatures on the north side of the river, and I'm now on the south side. Maybe it's different here, I don't know. If the temperature is around 18 degrees or plus, then the catfish will start mating in undeep, quiet water. And if they already did that, then I can find the males being very aggressively trying to protect the nest. So I'm just looking around a bit, see what's going on. And again, you laugh, you die. Enjoy the trip. I'm gonna turn the camera around so everybody can look a bit in the water. It's not that stable. Sort of stable. Now it's stable. We're just quietly going along the banks of the river to see if there's anything there. I haven't seen any catfish yet. I haven't seen any carp, chubs, nothing like it. I've seen some young fish, very small, so something must have been mating and spawning some fish. But when they're that small, it's very hard to determine what it is. I should maybe catch some, but I didn't even try. Besides that, the past 3 days were sort of terrible. This is the first day since Saturday, I guess. And I'm feeling sort of okay. But again, let's not talk about that too much, because it's bad enough as it is, and I'm just trying to make the best of a bad situation. One last note though, I won't die of it. I suspect maybe full recovery. It's not really known, but we'll see about that later. Things will be better, that's for sure. Well, not much alive out here. Usually when the water is cold, the fish will hang out in the deepest part of the river. And catfish is notorious for hanging down, hidden well between the trees. When it's a bit warmer, I can find them here on the banks. Very close on the banks, they hide there. At least they think they hide there. I mostly can find them there. They don't flee. Like I said, only when they are protecting a nest, and that's the males. In spring they can get aggressive, but only if you go in the water. They won't eat you alive, they might challenge you. But like this in the kayak, the chances of a fish attacking me is very small, because it's very slim. Because they are on the bottom, although shallow water, and I'm on top of them and they don't attack that. But should I be a frog, a frog is German, then it might get eaten. But I'm not a frog. There in your cart, that's a frog. It's Kermit. I'm an animal. A beast. Well, not really, but that's a Twitter story. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. I saw a frog. Last year I had 2 catfish somewhere on this region of the bank. It wasn't this tree, it's a little bit further. And every time I came over for a couple of days, they were around. And one of them would swim to the other side of the river and hide under the bank there. And I followed it. There are some videos on my channel from what I saw back then. And every day again, hiding in the same spot. I come over, I film it, just hanging around. No trouble, but very cool. I'm now on the south side of the river, because getting the most of the sun. Maybe the water is a little bit warmer, I don't know. A little bit further upstream the water is deeper, but also flowing less flowing a bit less. And that means it can warm up a little in the sun. That's why I'm on this side of the river, just to check things out. Can be warmer, but on the other hand, catfish normally doesn't like sunshine. They don't like light. That's one reason why they, when they are on the south side, they're hiding between the trees. There's a lot of trees fallen in the water, or they're hanging down the bank in the shadows. They are night animals. Early morning, a little after sunset. I've seen them a lot out here. Not the small ones. We're talking about 2 meters. Let's say 6-7 feet. And I caught some of them. They're really cool. If I want to catch them, I usually have to wait until after a big rainstorm. Or like I said, in the dark. I've caught them in the dark. Those were the small ones. The biggest ones were caught by me and other people after a rainstorm, when the water goes murky. Because when the water goes murky, they don't feel the light. And when you have high current, high flow water, that means they use a lot of energy. And they need to compensate for that. And then they go on the hunt. I've caught 3 very big catfish in conditions like that. Except for last year. We had a rainstorm, the water was murky, the circumstances were, in my opinion, perfect. But I haven't seen anyone, so could be a coincidence. It was September, so maybe it was too late in the season, I don't know. And to be honest, if I go out fishing and I don't catch anything, I don't mind. Whoa! Not sure what that was. Maybe it was in view. There was something leaving there. It could be a beaver, by the way. You see the hole in the bank over there. I don't know what that was. I didn't see it in time. And that happens a lot. Yeah, it can't be a catfish. I think it's too shallow for that. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You never know. By the way, this is not the safest place on the river. I've seen trees fall down here just out of the blue. No wind, no nothing. All of a sudden the tree comes down. So I have to be a little bit careful. Always watch your surroundings. Be wary of the dangers. At least that's what I try to do. As you can see, a lot of trees out here. Some are dead. There's some hanging. We're going over there just to see what's going on. And I think I have to watch the banks a little better, because I still don't know what the splash was a little earlier. Now I sort of don't care, but on the other hand, I would like to know what it was. The weather is perfect, by the way. If I look at home, Castle, it's cold, windy. When I arrived here, by the way, the predictions were not that good. as we have today. Temperatures were a little lower in the predictions, and the forecast also told me a lot of wind. This place is known for a lot of wind because we are in the Rhône Valley, the French river Rhône. It's a mistral prone area. That means it can really be stormy here, even when it's 30 degrees C outside. Last year that has cost me an awning. One wind gust and the thing broke down. And they are not that cheap. I tried to fix it, but it never really worked. If the wind doesn't blow that hard, it will be fine. But the storms, let's say Mistral, 9, 10, 11 meters per second, is a bit too much. It broke down during a forecast 11 meter per second wind gust. I also know the way it was standing in the wind was like catch me if you can, maximum. And I think that's been the problem, but not sure. It broke down. I bought a new one, and I didn't put it up yet. See, it's not even here because my caravan has an own awning now, a little different. Do I need it? I don't know, not sure. But I'm only here for a week or so. I'm not gonna put all that stuff up. Even now there's not much wind. It would be very nice to have the thing over there, but not gonna do it. I have the old one here, so it's a bit yeah, what do you say that? It can break down pretty fast. I have to tear it down again if the wind prediction doesn't fit, and it's more than I thought. So, this is the place where the catfish was. Maybe I'll do that in June during my regular vacation. I hope things are better by then. As for now, it's not looking bad, but I still have a long way to go. And June is not that long or far away. This is the place where the catfish came out. Exactly here. Always two. They were hanging around and under the trees over there. And then they went to the other side of the river. One. I can't say it was waiting for me, but it was always there. He or she. It was just nice to see. There's nobody home today. At least I don't see anyone. Maybe they are still hanging out somewhere in the deep. I don't know. I should have brought a thermometer in the kayak to measure the water temperature out here. I might do that next time. And it's the ideal spot out here for mating because the bank is near, the water isn't deep, the bottom is sandy. That's what they like. And if they are spawning, then I will see a lot of those. Then they are all together in one spot, chasing the women, like I did when I was a little younger. I mean, I'm now 37, I'm not doing that anymore. Oh, that's bad. Nah, I don't need it. Anyway. I'm here for the fish, not for the women. I mean, I'm on the river for the fish. In the dumbest outfit you have ever seen, I know. There's a lot of frogs out here. Remember, you laugh, you die. I hope you know I'm kidding, right? Maybe. I haven't decided yet. Now we are running into the deeper parts of the Ardèche River. About 300 meters upstream, and we're going upstream right now. I've measured depths about 5 to 6 meters. 6 meters. I think I got that. I said that wrong. Excuse me. I used to catch a lot of catfish there also, but only very small ones. And I spoke with some locals, and they could tell me that that was their experience as well. Only the small ones. And then you're talking about 30, 40, 50 centimeters. Just 1 to 2 feet. That branch wasn't there last year. It looks old, but I think it came from above. Yeah, where else? It doesn't come from the bottom of the river, I know that. This is a very rocky area, a lot of fish can hide here, small ones. I don't expect to see much catfish here. I know that people, the locals mostly catch big catfish, also a little more upstream. But most of them here are fishing for carp for some reason. I do not really know why they would do that, but everybody needs to do what he wants to do, right? I'm also noticing at this moment that I don't see much junk in the trees. I mean, people are fishing here all year long, and they like to go from the north side of the banks by boat to here, drop their bait with a little rope in the trees, and then they go back. So they're sitting on the other side of the river, that's over there, and then the bait is on this side of the river. I think it has to do with the fact that there's a little tiny road out there. So they can reach the banks a little better. As you can see here, it's pretty overgrown, hard to reach. A little bit further upstream it's a little bit better. There was even a beach. I don't know how the situation is at the moment because the river changes every year. But as far as I know, there hasn't been a big, how do you call that? At least not hot water. In French it's called inundation, and I think in English you know exactly what I mean. Flooding. Flooding. Yeah, I live in Germany, I'm born in the Netherlands, and I work partly in the Netherlands, partly in Germany. I do everything in English, and sometimes I mix things up. And now I'm in France, everybody talks French. My French is not that good, but I understand most of it. And like I said, I mix up my languages. It's not very easy doing 4 at a time. On the campsite we have people from Switzerland. They speak mostly French, some also a little bit German, but then in the kind of dialect that I can't understand. Like most people in Germany as well. I mean, so many dialects over there. My colleagues are in the south of Germany. I'm in Kassel. They are in Schwabisch Hall, there, somewhere in that region. Schweben, and when they talk among each other and I have a meeting with them, I always have to remind them that when they speak normal German I can understand them, but when they go local, then that's a problem for me. And usually they will adapt to that. Well, sometimes they don't. They make a big joke of me, which is okay because they get the same jokes back one day later, mostly, when they don't expect it. Now I have to be careful not to stay hanging in the trees myself. There's a boat coming, small kayak, 2 persons I think. Possibly a rental also. I don't know. My kayak is mine. Two years ago I had a bite from a big catfish where the kayak is. Unexpected, because I never seen or caught big catfish over there. I was fishing for my kayak, that's not ideal. I was fishing with very light gear. Like I said, I did not expect any catfish, so that wasn't ideal. And after a long fight I decided to drag my kayak to the bank, and then I lost the fish. Well, me not catching anything is not a problem, but losing a fish when the line breaks, that's just terrible for the fish, and I don't like that. But it happened, I did my best, and it's the end of the story. Usually I don't lose fish. When I go for catfish I have the correct gear with me. It's mostly okay. Well, mostly, like I said, I never lost a catfish like that, except for that one time. Still nothing in the trees. Usually the first time I get here I can clean up, but there's not much to clean up at the moment. We are almost at the beach. I see a dog. Sometimes people feel the need to go naked out here. Then I usually go around that very widely. Not that I really care, but give them some space. That way everybody is fine, I think. No, it's not a rental kayak. On the other side of the river. I've been coming here since 2016, I think, or 2019, I don't know exactly. The past few years, I think 5, 6. I've only been here because I love the place so much. The campsite is okay. When I go in June, it's mostly quiet. I have a steady group of people. We look after each other. No young people. No troubles. And I leave end of June, just before the big groups come over. I personally like it quiet, I don't like mass tourism. Well, you can see on the banks that some of it washed away. Not this year, but the year before that. It was a bit more of a beach. Oh shit! Shut up. Yeah, what? Come over. Come here. I don't think the dog has a territory over here. Come on, man, I don't bite. And as long as you're barking, you don't bite either. What's going on? Oh, they're just playing around. Well, at least they're dressed. It is so cool. No wind, nothing. We will have a little bit more wind tomorrow. Temperature will be a little bit higher, 26 degrees centigrade. I think that's about 85 Fahrenheit or so. Not sure. Well, warmer. Where I live it's pretty cold, half the temperature of that. Rainy and cold. Exactly the weather that I don't like. This winter was also very cold and long. Especially when you're sick. It was terrible. Well, we had one splash. I haven't seen a single fish. Zero. Not even the mid-size one, let's say 7-8 centimeters or so. Chubs, perch. Nothing like that. That's a bit weird. But then I've never been here in April, so what do I know? I did prepare a little bit. I read a bit about the water temperatures and behavior of the catfish in circumstances like this. But like I said earlier, I have no idea what the temperature is here in the water. And if they are mating somewhere, they're all hanging out together. And they can be anywhere, so I have no idea. But enjoying nature, the banks, the river, that's also okay. There's a little rapid over there. Since last year there's a big rapid over there. It didn't used to be there, but it was a big flooding a while back, 2024, and it changed the river enormously out here. This is why I caught, no I didn't caught, why I had a bite from a very big catfish. It was over a meter long, I've seen it. And it dragged me 200 meters downstream before that ordeal ended, unfortunately. Also you can see here, I show you, one moment, those trees here, not very stable I think, so I have to be careful. It would be a pity if I got slammed by a tree. Although some people might disagree with that. I think it's fine. Nah, just kidding, just kidding. This is also the space where it's a little bit deeper. Like I said, 5 to 6 meters. Could sit here on the rocks and catch some catfish. Pretty small ones. I don't think I want to go over there. I didn't bring any fishing gear with me on this kayak trip because the goal was not to go fishing but to go scouting and look a little weird and have some fun. I mean, I can go in there and then go to the other side of the river. We can do that. But I have no sea-ring, so I'm not gonna look for the worst part of it. Not today. Not really dangerous, the kayak is pretty stable. I had a round bottom kayak once. That was mostly fun because it was very unstable. I sold the thing and I bought something else because you can have some fun in a round bottom, but you can't fish from there. So this is a fishing kayak, stabilized to help you out. The round bottom was fun for a start. Let's keep it like that. We're now on the south bank of the Ardèche river. The sun is to my right. Also a place where I normally see a lot of fish. Later in the year, let's say June, there's a lot of weeds here. And a little bit further downstream, in the direction of the of the Rhone River, I think 200 meters from here or so, there's a lot of plants, and carp likes to hang out in there. I never try to catch anyone there, because honestly I'm not here for the carp. Well, I'm here for kayaking, fishing, but I'm not gonna hang out in the hot sun waiting for a carp. I would honestly not even know how I should do that because I haven't tried to catch carp for ages. When I started fishing as a young guy, what was I, 8? Carp was the world, but since I've seen the catfish out here, I'm just here for the catfish. Most of the time. Last September, I've been fishing here, I didn't catch a thing. Some other guy came to me and he told me, I'm catching carp every night. Well, good luck. I've seen them, I fed them, but I didn't go out to catch them. Maybe I should try one time. Maybe, not sure. Let me know what you think. I know that my small channel doesn't attract any comments, but you never know. Channel is not monetized, I don't really give a damn about it. I share what I do here, mostly quiet videos about kayaking. My other channel is a bit more technical with 3D printing and every now and then a video about technology, computer tech, cybersecurity, stuff like that. But I'm not really a YouTuber, so like I said, I like what I share. I share what I like. And if somebody else likes it, then it's good for me. And let's get you guys a better side of the river. Not that I expect anything to see out here, but you don't know. I did not expect that big flash either. Splash, not flash. I did not bring my Polaroids not on this trip. So I can't really see much in the water. I think the Polaroid glasses are in my car. Should have thought about that. I saw a small fish. I hear the splash to my left side, but there was a dog. Why not? And again, no junk in the river, in the trees. See nothing in the water, but I did not bring my Polaroids, so I can't see much anyway. Where am I? Oh, okay. Am I sure? Yeah. I can already see some water plants. This is not the typical carp spot, but I've seen them here multiple times. A little bit further, it's a bit crowdier most of the time, but I think it's mating time for the carp at the moment. I'm not very sure, but like I said, it depends on the water temperature. I've measured it at the campsite, it was 10°C, 10 degrees Celsius. But it was on Saturday, I think. Maybe things changed because the weather cleared up and it's a bit warmer. Although the nights and the evenings are very cold. It is what it is. Luckily I'm in my caravan with good heating. Otherwise I wouldn't survive it. Yeah, here's the spot where the carp area, at least for the time of June and September. I think it starts somewhere in June and ends somewhere in September. This is the start of the, let's call it the hot spot. There used to be a little outstanding bank here, but most of it was destroyed due to flooding. It was here somewhere. That's actually the official start of the big carp area. Yeah, it was that one, but also a lot of it flushed away. I mean, that little spot over there wasn't there. It was all sandy. It was a beach-like environment where you could not go because the wasps liked to hang out here to drink water. And if there's something that I'm not gonna do, is trying to land on a spot with wasps. It's not what I like. Yeah, this area wasn't here. It was all sand, this is new. So as you can see, well you can't see, but I know that because I've been here for a couple of years. The river changes a lot every year. This wasn't here last year, but I think it has been a runoff area. Ideal spot for fish that will mate. But there's nobody here. There's nobody here. Just you and me. Wasn't that a song from Christian Burke or something? Lady in Red. I'm stuck. Why even? So I'm unstuck. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I can't say it's boring because I like to just hang around, but fish-wise it's pretty boring. And like I said, this is the bank where people like to go fishing. I found all kind of stuff here. Not just fishing gear. A couple of years ago there was a big kayak hanging in the trees here. Big blue one. I don't know if it came from somewhere else or maybe someone tried to hide it. Did a bad job. Otherwise I would not have seen it, but I also did not investigate it. But this year it's pretty clean. I should have brought my Polaroids because I don't see much. Maybe there's somebody there and makes a splash to get out. I don't know. Let's wait and see. It's pretty cool to hang out here in April. It's quiet at the campsite. Not much going on. Just the way I like it. I don't know what time it is. Maybe 5 or 5:30. I'm getting hungry. I didn't sleep last night. I had my first coffee at 5 a.m. because I was bored and decided to stay awake all day. Been eating a lot this morning. Nothing here, totally nothing. Or maybe I just don't see it. Can be, I don't know. Not a living soul, where are they? They are at the deeper parts of the river. I'm really sort of sure about that. At least they are not hanging out on the banks. Well, anyone, if you're still here, I hope you enjoyed the trip. Fair and easy. I'm going back to the campsite because, like I said, I'm hungry. Need to eat. And when the sun goes away, the temperature drops pretty fast, so that's not very good for me at the moment. So I have to get back in time. I've also seen no fishermen at the moment. They could be hanging out here, you don't see them. And then you're very close by and you don't see the lines. And then it starts shooting, shouting, not shooting, thank God. That would be very bad outcome. I cannot say anything about the French in general, but fishermen among each other are normally okay. But not always. I had some trouble around here one time. I totally think it's unreasonable because if I can't see you and I can't see your lines, that's the whole idea with fish. If you don't see the lines and I come too close, give me a shout and I go away. I'm not doing stuff like that on purpose. It's not good for you, but it's certainly also not good for me to run into a line. Some people are stupid. And I think you've got that. Anyway, if you're in Spain or in the Netherlands or in Germany, France, UK, Greece, I hear a lot of stories about a certain type of people there. Turkey, Greece, so that area. It's a place where I will never go for exactly that reason. Stealing breakfast, hanging out around the seatings there. Italy is also a stupid country, I think. But you look at the beaches, you have to pay everywhere. That's in Germany, not different. A couple of years ago I wanted to go kiting on a German beach in the north of Germany. I had to pay to get on the beach and I did not got to use my kite. So what I did not pay, I did not enter the beach and I went away. I grew up in the Netherlands. If you go to the beach, you just go to the beach. It's the beach. It's public. It's not that kind in Germany, it's not that way in Italy, as far as I know. The places I visited in Spain were public too. Maybe there are areas where you have to pay, I can understand that, but just blocking the whole beach for some stupid reason? Nah. No. Yeah, I have very interesting stories to tell, right? No, not really. I go shut up. Let me know if you like that better, because I can make videos not saying anything. There's some of them on my channel if you like. I don't know which they are, you have to look for it. But mostly you can see it on the title. If I felt the need to talk a lot or not. You know what I want? A Dutch frikandel. Lisa Forte from the UK, now in Egypt or something, I don't know where she is, far away. Started a thread on Twitter about the best snacks in the world. And now I want a Dutch frikandel or croquette. I mean, I grew up out there, so yeah. You don't forget stuff like that. And here in France, not a chance that you find something like that. But I found very cool meat in the supermarket. Normal meat, that is not something you throw in your frying pan. Speaking of frying pan, I could have made some chicken wings. I've been in the shop twice today and I forgot about it. I don't know if I told that, but I needed sunscreen and I bought sunscreen, but I couldn't use it because the tube didn't work. It's a kind of gas canister. And I didn't have the ticket of it, so taking it back was not an option. Or bringing it back to get my money back. So I went back to the shop, bought the same one, kept the ticket. I didn't open it because I don't know why it didn't function. Maybe if I try it another time it will break again, I don't know. But the one that broke on me will get a refund tomorrow. Because now I have a ticket from the same day. On the other hand, it was €3.60. What are we talking about? Most people don't die of it. Bonjour. Yeah. Okay. Try to steer myself on the tree, but the tree broke. A lot of wood out here that's hanging over the river is just dead. Those trees are more or less not safe. Well, I'm almost back at the campsite, so let's make some more speed so I can eat. Not sure what it's gonna be, possibly a lot of fish. And some bread. Oh, and a salad, of course. Every other day I eat a salad here. I don't make it myself because, yeah, frankly, if you have to buy all these ingredients and have to keep it in the fridge just for yourself, I don't know how that works. No idea. Maybe I should learn it one time. But not today. I just buy ready meat salad costing around €2. Good food. This is also a place with a sandy bottom. I see even shells. Very nice for the catfish to have an orgy. But again, no fish, zero, nothing. That's weird. Should I try another spot? Nah, don't think so. I'm gonna land together with the other people there. The water is very shallow near the campsite, so could very well be that I have to get out, get my feet wet in the very cold water. I'm cold already because I'm in the shadow. Let's try to find some sun. Oh, I have to go pretty far. Let the other people land first. Soleil, soleil. Yeah, still it's getting cold. Temperatursturz in German. Like I said, when the sun goes down. One time I was in Spain in October for it was 2005 for a total solar eclipse. I was sitting in Madrid, in the Plaza Grande or something like that, and the weather was really perfect. October 4 or 5, I guess. Very nice weather, pretty hot. But such a plaza is just a big flat place surrounded by high-rise buildings. Yeah, high-rise. Not that high, but let's say 20-30 meters. And as soon as the sun went down, I was freezing from 1 minute to the other. It was really, really terrible. Well, now I'm looking straight into the sun and I don't see a thing. Well, let him get away. It's an inflatable. I would not even be able to carry mine like that. This is around 40 kilos. Then I'm not very big. I don't see a thing. She's still there? Yeah, yes. Well, anyway, incoming. Can't wait forever. And I won't wait forever. No, it's not inflatable. Yes, it is inflatable. But so to see a bit quality. Now, let's see how far I get. Oh, nice. You can almost get out with dry feet. Almost. Almost. So, not really, but almost. What's also important is that I don't get my butt wet. I don't like it. At least not now. Now, I don't feel any toes getting wet at the moment. Look, Mom. Without getting wet. No. So, with me back into view, I want to remind you one more time on the title of the video. You laugh, you die. This kayak should have a jet so it can land itself. Every time I have to drag it up the bank in such a way that I can see it from my tent. But in general, nobody is fooling around with my kayak. Never seen that. But then again, I'm here during off seasons, and usually there's nobody who even thinks about fooling around with stuff from other people. So I let everything here but the camera that comes with me, and the pedals. Even if somebody has an idea I go out, he doesn't have a pedal. So welcome to campsite, what's the name here? Le Pérola. Very nice campsite. If you want to come over, well, not now, but let's say you have vacation to go, you like it quiet, like me in June, May, April, or in September, it's a good place to stay. It's not very, come on guy, it's not very expensive during off seasons. They have some tents here and some rentals over there. They are a good price, but I'm in my caravan with an awning off season, and I have a special ACSI card, ACSI, which means if I stay a month out here, I pay less than my mortgage, or for most people even a normal rent from a house. So good, I'm gonna kill the session. Thanks for watching. Again, if you laugh, you die. Don't do it. Bye.